In our video today, we are going to be talking about a drone operator whose secret mission went viral. Before we get into the video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more updates. Also, stick around for No. 3, because it is absolutely insane.
No, 6.
The party drone. This is a drone that was meant for special occasions only. It has red LED lights all over it that spelled out happy birthday in Morse code when it flew in front of the sky. However, when the birthday boy got his present, he found out that the drone had been sent to him by his ex and she had programmed it to spell out I love you instead. The message was then picked up by local news stations and the story went viral. The young man received the drone from his ex 2 years ago. But only recently did he realize that there were 2 separate messages depending on the altitude at which the drone would fly. While flying the drone, he noticed that the flashing lights spelled out, I love you, instead of happy birthday. At first, he thought that it was just a coincidence. But after doing some digging, he found out that his ex had changed the settings on the drone so that it would display the new message. Although this might have seemed like an innocent prank, it was actually quite malicious. Not only did it ruin the surprise, but it also made the birthday boy feel humiliated in front of his friends and family. In the end, though, he took it all in stride and even joked about the situation on Twitter. He wrote, "Shout out to my ex who spent a Saturday making a birthday drone spell out I love you instead of happy birthday, at least it was romantic." The post went viral with over 3 million likes in just a few hours. The birthday boy later told reporters that he was still unsure how his ex had managed to change the message without anyone noticing, but he was grateful for the effort she put into the surprise. He also said that he didn't want to waste any time being angry or upset about the situation, because ultimately, it was just a funny story that he would be able to tell for years to come. The whole situation was a bit awkward, but it could have been much worse if she had been so thoughtful and creative with her prank. No. 5. Drone drop-off. A young man who was working as a part-time pizza delivery driver was fired after customers complained about him using drones to deliver their food. Although the practice is illegal, many restaurants in the US allow delivery drivers to use drones to drop off orders. This is done to save time and money, but it can also be dangerous. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, has reported that at least 1 person has been killed and several others injured in drone-related accidents while making deliveries. Despite the risks, some drivers continue to use drones because they are often faster than traditional methods of delivery. They can also carry more food and drinks without becoming overloaded themselves. One customer even reported receiving a delivery from a drone while filming on The customer was so surprised by the unusual delivery method that he started recording and soon had hundreds of thousands of views. After the video went viral, the restaurant chain announced that it would be banning drone deliveries at all of its locations. Although this may seem like a reasonable decision, some customers were not happy with the news. Many people enjoy the convenience of having their food delivered by drone and are disappointed that this option will no longer be available to them. Some drivers are also upset because they rely on drones to make deliveries quickly and efficiently. They argue that drones are safe when used correctly, and that the FAA should update its regulations to reflect this fact. Regardless of the controversy, it seems that drone deliveries are here to stay. As technology continues to advance, we can expect to see more businesses adopting this new method of delivery. Number 4, secretly recorded. A police officer was shocked when he saw what was inside a package that had been left on his doorstep. The officer had been investigating a series of crimes in his town, and he believed that someone was using drones to record him while he was working. To find out if this was true, he set up a hidden camera in his backyard and recorded a drone flying overhead. What he saw on the camera was shocking. The drone was being piloted by a woman, and it appeared to be recording him. The officer immediately called for backup, and the woman was soon arrested. She was charged with trespassing and illegal use of a drone. This is just one example of the many ways that drones are being used illegally. In recent years, there have been a number of cases in which drones have been used to spy on people or to record them without their consent. In one case, in 2016, a man was arrested after he used a drone to record a woman changing in a dressing room at a department store. Another man was arrested in 2017 after he used a drone to film a girl playing volleyball at a beach. These are just a few examples of the many ways that drones are being used irresponsibly and illegally. It is important to remember that although drones are relatively affordable and easy to obtain, they are also powerful machines that can be used for nefarious purposes. If you see a drone flying around your neighborhood, it is important to take precautions to protect yourself and your privacy. No. 3. Delivery gone wrong. A drone operator who works for a popular delivery service was left speechless. When he saw what the customer had written on the box he was dropping off, the drone operator had been making deliveries for the company for several months, and he was used to seeing all sorts of messages on the boxers that he dropped off. However, this particular message was different. It was a desperate plea for help. The message read, "Please call 911. I am being held hostage." The drone operator was shocked and he immediately landed the drone and called the police. When the police arrived at the customer's house, they found a man being held at gunpoint by 2 masked intruders. The drone operator had saved the man's life by calling the police in time. This is a rare but not unheard of occurrence in which a drone delivery has gone wrong. In most cases, the mistakes are much less serious, such as a drone dropping a package on someone's head or crashing into a building. But this particular case shows the potential dangers of drone deliveries. It is important to remember that not everyone who uses drones is a bad person with bad intentions. In this particular case, the drone operator did everything he could to help the customer, and he should be commended for his quick thinking and bravery. No. Package delivery! A drone operator was stunned when he saw what was inside the package he was delivering. The package was addressed to a home in the suburbs, and the drone operator had made many deliveries to that address before. However, this time, there was something different about the package. It was small and inconspicuous, but when the drone operator opened it, he found a dead rat. The drone operator was disgusted and he immediately called his supervisor. The supervisor advised him to return the package to the sender, and the drone operator did so. The next day, he received a call from the sender of the package and he learned that the package had been filled with dead rats. As a joke, the drone operator was furious and he demanded that the person responsible be identified and brought to justice. Unfortunately, the authorities were unable to identify the person responsible, and the drone operator was left feeling angry and frustrated. Drone operators are often seen as being in a high-risk profession, but the truth is that they face a variety of dangers on a daily basis. From dealing with malicious customers to encountering unexpected weather conditions, drone operators must always be prepared for the unexpected. In this particular case, the drone operator showed professionalism and composure when dealing with a difficult situation. By following his supervisor's instructions and remaining calm, he was able to resolve the issue without any further complications. No. One droney prank. A group of friends were shocked when they saw what happened after they unleashed a swarm of drones on their unsuspecting friend. The group had been planning the prank for weeks, and they had even recruited several of their friends to help them pull it off. They chose a large open field for the prank so that everyone would have enough space to run around and the drone operator could easily escape if necessary. On the day of the prank, the group hid the drones in several places around the field. They also made sure that their friend would unsuspect anything by acting like they were just hanging out at the park. When their friend arrived, they invited him to join them, and he happily accepted. However, he soon noticed that something was off. His friends were acting strangely, and they kept looking towards the sky. Just as he was about to ask what was going on, the drones were released. The friend was stunned when he saw the swarm of drones flying towards him. He tried to run away, but it was too late. The drones had already surrounded him, and they began to close in. He could hear the buzzing of the motors and the whirring of the propellers as they slowly descended upon him. The friend screamed in terror as he realized what was happening. He had been pranked by his best friends, and they had enlisted the help of several other people to make it happen. They had all worked together to plan this elaborate prank, and they had succeeded beyond their wildest dreams. The friend was both angry and amused by what had happened to him. He knew that his friends had meant well, but he couldn't help but feel a little betrayed. Nevertheless, he laughed it off and decided to make the best of the situation. After all, it was just a prank, and no harm had been done. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Be blessed.